Have you ever thought something was the worst thing that could happen? Most people judge life too quickly. A bad day feels like the end of the story. But life rarely reveals the full picture immediately. Sometimes today's problem becomes tomorrow's blessing. In a quiet countryside village lived a farmer named Michael. He shared a simple life with his wife Anna. Their son James worked beside him every day. They were not wealthy, but they had enough. What they lacked in money, they made up for in gratitude. The family's greatest treasure was a magnificent horse. The animal was strong, beautiful, and loyal. Michael had raised him since he was young. To them, he was much more than property. He was part of the family itself. Michael was different from everyone around him. Good news never made him arrogant. Bad news never made him panic. He stayed calm through every season of life. His patience puzzled the entire village. One day, a wealthy merchant visited the village. He was amazed by Michael's beautiful horse. The merchant offered a large bag of gold. The villagers were excited by the offer. They believed Michael would become rich overnight. To everyone's surprise, Michael refused the money. He would not sell a member of his family. The merchant increased the offer again. Still, Michael calmly said no. The villagers called him foolish. A few days later, disaster seemed to strike. The horse had disappeared from the stable. James searched the fields and forests. But there was no sign of the animal. Everyone said Michael had made a terrible mistake. James felt heartbroken and discouraged. He could not understand his father's calm attitude. Michael simply smiled and stayed peaceful. He reminded his son not to judge too quickly. Only time could reveal the truth. 1 week later, something incredible happened. The missing horse returned home safely. Even more surprising, 5 wild horses followed behind him. The entire village was stunned. What looked like a loss became an unexpected gain. The villagers now called Michael lucky. They congratulated him on his good fortune. James felt excited about the future. But Michael remained calm as always. He warned everyone not to celebrate too soon. Excited by the new horses, James wanted to train them. He climbed onto a powerful wild stallion. The horse suddenly bucked and threw him off. James hit the ground hard. His leg was badly broken. The family rushed James home for treatment. The village healer carefully set the bone. Recovery would take many weeks. The villagers again called the situation unfortunate. They believed the horses had brought trouble. Lying in pain, James questioned everything. Why had this happened to him? Michael sat beside his son and spoke gently. He reminded him that every event has 2 sides. Patience was still the answer. Just 2 weeks later, the kingdom changed. War broke out across the land. Royal soldiers arrived in the village. Every healthy young man was ordered to serve. Fear spread through every family. The soldiers inspected each young man. When they reached James, they saw his broken leg. He was declared unfit for service. The soldiers moved on without him. What seemed like bad luck suddenly became protection. Months passed and the war grew deadly. Many families waited anxiously for news. Meanwhile, James slowly recovered. The wild horses helped the family farm more land. Their future became brighter than before. Eventually the war came to an end. Sadly, many young men never returned home. The village was filled with grief. Families mourned sons they had lost forever. Michael's wisdom now seemed undeniable. One evening, James sat beside his father. The sunset painted the sky with beautiful colors. For the first time, he fully understood. Every event had been connected. Life had been teaching him a lesson. The missing horse seemed like a tragedy. The returning horses seemed like a blessing. The broken leg felt like a curse. Yet that same injury saved James's life. Only time revealed the true meaning of each event. Michael shared one final lesson with his son. Never celebrate success too quickly. Never despair during difficult times. Stay patient, grateful, and faithful. Life often turns problems into blessings when the story is complete.